All right, Georgiana, you're up. Georgiana Heaverly. Well, she's coming up. I'm going to tell you, I think that second one was autobiographical. And I will tell you this, on my boat, when we were running, we see plastic, we pick it up. We see, I see, I don't know how many times I've seen a crewmember throw a pop can over the boat, over the side. The boat turns around as you pick it up or get off the boat. So we do what we can, but we have to do what we can.
Hello, my name is Georgiana Heaverly, and I live in Soldotna, Alaska. I'm a commercial drift gill netter in Cook Inlet. I fish with my dad and brother. And this is my first Fisher Poets gathering, and so far it's been incredible. And I wouldn't be here without the Alaska Marine Conservation Council. They sent me down here, and one of their recent projects is called the Alaska Young Fisherman's Almanac. And the very first fishing poem that I wrote is in the almanac. And the last I checked, there are a few copies left in the gear shack. And so I thought I would start by reading my poem from the almanac. It's called Fisherman Father. He worked his hands till they're sore, a net he mended more than once before, weaving a legacy to give. To his family on the shore, praying waters didn't roar quite like before, come home safely if he can, their fisherman. He's a fisherman father on the water, his life's work in his hands. His only daughter and his grown son, the only ones to carry on his fishing song. The world changes with the tides, the inlet's lasting pride. It's a different kind of wisdom that he shares. You won't find it if you look. It's in the ocean song he took. They listen close to the words that he gives to his fishing kids. He's a fisherman father on the water, his life's work in his hands. In any weather, family together. Forever storms rage on and salmon spawn. This too lives on. Thank you. Okay, so if you have ever been fishing, you are aware of the constant battle with fish scales that seem to adhere themselves to every part of you. So I wrote a poem about that, and it's called Scales in My Hair. When the opener's done with the relief it brings, in the bright midnight sun comes my favorite thing. When the fish we unload are all weighed and sorted, before we drive the dirt road, our tired selves soon transported. When the fish hold is clean and I've washed down the deck and the swift river teems past our wound up gill net. When the dishes are dry after they have been rinsed, coffee flung to the sky because it was brewed midday since. Before the beer is dug out in the ice of the cooler and the skiff is about to be our homeward chauffeur. Before the permit card swipes and we get the fish ticket, and the gnarly men gripe and tell them where to stick it. After brailer bags hang over the side of our vessel, after the engine's last rang, comes a time extra special. When I walk on outside and pull my rain gear off and undo my hair tie and outspill my red locks, they're tangled and matted and bleached from sun rays. They're mangled and ratted, not washed in 4 days. I flip my head forward, my dramatic own play, run my fingers toward the crimson display. As I comb through the clutter, out falls a cascade of bits all aflutter, a vibrant parade. Sequined iridescence captured in the light, green-blue accented, they gleam ever bright. A sparkling token of a good day's hard work. The ocean has spoken with her stunning words. I continue to shake until every last bit I can't quite locate, so to fatigue I submit. So I straighten my back, satisfied with routine. The ocean soundtrack in my mind does ring. Because scales in your hair are your fishy reminder of the beauty out there, and you bet you can find her. And until the next day I shake them from my hair, the mermaids will play with the fish scales out there. Thanks. So if you're in tune to the fishing community, you've probably heard the phrase, the graying of the fleet. And what this means is that the permit holders in the commercial fishing industry are aging, and the younger generation is not moving in to take their place. So I wrote a poem recently about this, but it's been in my head for quite some time. So it's called The Saving of the Fleet. Their hair is all graying. The drift fleet needs saving, but it won't be me. That's all that I'm saying. I got this college degree. I'm taking off and I'll flee to the lower 48 and find a new industry. I know I'm born and raised with the inlet and gaze, and the salt and the breeze in my skin is emblazed, but I can't take on this task. Will the run even last? I won't inherit this boat or this permit, in fact. You can't expect me to stay. City life could be great, and I've got to try it. It's my chance, it's my fate. Your hair once was black. You sure developed a knack. As a hardworking fisherman, diesel fumes at your back. Your hands sure are scarred up, and your joints are all marred up. You're getting up there, old man, and your features have hardened. I won't let that happen to me. I won't marry the sea. How unpredictable a living could be placed upon me. I'm firm in this decision. Don't try to alter my vision, my youth and my purpose finally on collision. Your voice won't work on me. I'm not saving this fleet. You'll have to find someone else to answer your plea. So he turns in defeat, salted soul, tired feet, a boat and a permit, a graying old fleet. There, I think with resolve, I won't be involved in this plan to take over so the fleet won't dissolve. I'll walk away from that life, and I'll take that big flight out of Alaska, what's expected and right. But a different voice soon calls out, gentle now and no doubt. It's ringing and singing a melody that's en route. She calls out to me with her blues and her greens and reminds me of the joy that I found on the sea. And my heart starts to skip as I remember those trips and the diamond aluminum that my boots firmly gripped, and the smell of the inlet, the taste of freedom within it, the privilege of harvest. Feel that drum when you spin it. My muscles do burn, and at times my guts turn when the growl and the vengeance of her waters we'd learn. And my hands sure do ache, gazing at the white wake as we head back in the river to unload what we've raked. Yeah, the hours are rough, and I'm sore from the stuff that makes or breaks fishermen, rugged and tough. But it's worth it in the end, an industry to defend. The world does need feeding, and now I can't comprehend why I'd give this up now. Port, starboard, and bow, and the sweat and the salt that forms on my brow. Why can't I do my part? The sea pumps through my heart, and my blood and my brain and my soul in the dark of the depths of her waters. I'm the fisherman's daughter. And with that comes a pride that I won't ever let falter. I'll take these summer days, open-handed and brave, and I'll bring in the salmon and the fleet I'll help save. What's being handed to me is the gift of the sea, and I'll honor, respect her with all that I'll be. I'll help this industry, and I'll work seasonally, because that will bring happiness and fulfillment to me. Their hair is all graying. The drift fleet needs saving, and I'll take that challenge. And that's all that I'm saying. Thank you.